to Spear Scoop. Myself Aryan Mishra, and today I'm going to talk about China's coronavirus. During the initial outbreak in Wuhan, the virus and disease were commonly referred to as coronavirus and Wuhan coronavirus. In January 2020, the World Health Organization recommended 2019 as Covid-19 and acquired respiratory disease as interim names for the virus. The symptoms of Covid-19 are variable but often include fever, cough, headache, fatigue, breathing difficulties, loss of smell, and loss of taste. Symptoms may begin 1 to 14 days after exposure to the virus.
Some even have no symptoms. If you do have symptoms, they could show up 2 to 14 days after exposure. They're most likely to be similar to a regular cold, the flu, or seasonal allergies, like a fever, headache, fatigue, sore throat, and runny nose. Coughing and shortness of breath are common, according to the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention. The older you are, the more likely you are to experience severe forms of these symptoms. Some cases have gastrointestinal symptoms, such as diarrhea. In more extreme cases, and for people with underlying health conditions like heart disease or diabetes, you can develop pneumonia, frequent or high fever, persistent cough, and signs of respiratory distress, like shortness.
Now, speaking Covid-19 from China's angle, then a joint study conducted in early 2021 by the People's Republic of China and the World Health Organization indicated that the virus descended from a coronavirus that infects wild bats and likely spread to humans through an intermediary wildlife host. The news from the global media angle says that one study made with the support of the European Union found climate change increased the likelihood of the pandemic by influencing the distribution of bat species. Available evidence suggests that the SARS-CoV-2 virus was originally harbored by bats and spread to humans multiple times from infected wild animals at the UN seafood market in Wuhan in December 2019. A minority of scientists and some members of the US intelligence community believe the virus may have been unintentionally leaked from a laboratory such as the Wuhan Institute of Virology.
First of all, we now have a name for the disease, and it is COVID-19, and I will spell it COVID-19. CO stands for corona, as you know, VI stands for virus, B for disease, so COVID.
Wildlife host. The news from the global media angle says that one study made with the support of the European Union found climate change increased the likelihood of the pandemic by influencing the distribution of bat species. Available evidence suggests that the SARS-CoV-2 virus was originally harbored by bats and spread to humans multiple times from infected wild animals at the UN seafood market in Wuhan in December 2019. A minority of scientists and some members of the US intelligence community believe the virus may have been unintentionally leaked from a laboratory such as the Wuhan Institute of Virology. So now let's see what people wants to say on this topic.
Good morning from Spear Scoop. I am Huda live reporting from Bhavan's College. Here I am going to talk about COVID-19 and ask questions related to it. What is your opinion on COVID-19?
COVID-19 was is totally a worst thing. In India we have rural places and we have very bad people conditions like poor people and poverty is on very peak. So due to the pandemic, everyone was settled down at their homes and government was also not helping people. So it was a worst thing for India.
The spread of COVID was converted to a blame game. Do you agree, and what are your views on it?
Yes, it was a blame game of China, and I also believe that it was a big hand of China in all this COVID. For everything in the world was generating on a very high peak, and so I believe that China is into it.
COVID-19. So what is your opinion on COVID-19?
I would say it was like blessing and a curse. I would say both because we got to learn a lot of things, not only how to spend time with our family also. So I mean, there were a lot of deaths also, and it was a sad time. But all right, we went.
Okay. What What's your opinion on it?
I think it was bad socially, and people kind of got into a shell, and now they're not used to being out and all that.
Do you believe that China is responsible for the spread of COVID-19 and others from United States? What is your
I don't think so, China is at fault. Because if they were at fault, then why did so many people die over there? Like they had the most deaths and a lot of bad things happened at China.
So, the spread of COVID was converted to a blame game. Do you agree? What are your views on it?
Politically, yes, it turned into a blame game, as everything turns into a blame game nowadays. But as being a good human being, you should not blame people for wrong things. As we should have not gone out and tried to stay safe. So,
Thank you for sharing your experience with us.